Today I'm going to talk about the emphasis of how important it is for the sales team and the support team to work together in order to drive repeat sales using a little bit of contextual information that can come from the customer service team. Our agenda is going to be pretty simple. We like to think that there is a big disconnect between the sales and support team. It is affecting your sales business to an extent that the sales team is not able to get or drive repeat sales or not able to understand what's happening on the support side of things. And once we identify this gap, we'll be able to bridge it, and through Zoho CRM and Zoho Desk integration, we will be bridging this gap. So finally, what we'll do is we'll see what the little bit of context or sharing of information from Zoho CRM and Zoho Desk can do a lot of good for your sales team in order to boost their sales and work efficiently towards closing more deals and especially drive repeat sales. The big disconnect. So I'd like to think that it is really important for the sales team to connect with the support team on a bigger picture, that the sales team needs to know what are things that is happening on the support side in order to understand the immediate requirements of their leads and also their existing customers so that they can pitch in on their sales and drive their repeat sales seamlessly. Before we even think about connecting these two teams, do you really think that your sales and support teams need to work together? Because if you have a second thought on that, I have an example for you. So let's say you're having a busy day at work and you thought of taking a quick break and you try to visit a restaurant nearby and you're ordering some good food and a cup of coffee. And this is the first time you're visiting that restaurant. And to your surprise, you really love their food. You're actually impressed by their service. And you started visiting them very frequently, and they know you better now, and they know what your favorite dish is, and they even greet you by your name. And to an extent, they have also extended their gratitude and enhanced the customer experience, like they've added you to their priority customer list. They have your details now. So this is going smooth, and you're finding it very comfortable going to the restaurant every time. Now, on another day, you decided that you wanted to order food from this particular restaurant this time. And what you're going to do is you're going to call them this time. You're not visiting the restaurant, you're just calling them. To your surprise, the sales guy is asking you for your name. But that's not quite right, because this is the same restaurant treats you very well when you meet them in person. And the service people knows you very well, and they assist you like you're the best customer ever or the premium customer ever. But when you call them, to your surprise, you see that they're asking you for their name, and you forgive them at the first time. The next question is they're asking you for your favorite order. That's a big no when it comes to customer service, because you would like to experience the same level of assistance from the service whenever you meet them or even you call them. It is also alarming to see that around 31% of people said that the employee that they spoke to is not empowered to help them out. So when it comes to percentage, it looks like just numbers, but when it comes to business, it is going to cost you a lot. There's a lot of money going down the drain because the customer don't want to visit you again, or maybe don't want to do a repeat business again and things like that. The problem here is the sales team is not aware of who the customer is, whether he's already reached out to you and he has raised any issues at all, or what your likes and dislikes are. Because the communication between the customer support team and the sales team is not happening as smoothly because there is no kind of integration at the moment. It is also important that you enter the conversation that is already taking place in your customer's mind, because that will put your customer at ease and they will be more comfortable in sharing their requirements and getting their answers better. I would also like to ask you, how would you give your customer the requirement they want even before they ask for it? This is where the bridging the gap part comes into place, and the emphasis on CRM and Zoho Desk is very important on this part, and towards that, the sales and support teams working together will play a big picture here. In general, we also used to think that the customer service starts when the sale ends, because you think that the sales team brings in the revenue and handles it over the customer team to take care of it. But I would like to think that it is important that your customer service team is always a couple of steps ahead of your sales team so that the customer service starts before a sale begins, especially when it comes to repeat sales or retaining customers and additional sales. I think it's very important. The integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Desk exactly does that. It allows more information to be transacted between these two products, and the sales team exactly knows what's happening on the customer support side, and the customer support team has enough details from the sales team to get their task done real quick so that the sales team will have the benefit of closing their deals more faster. As I said earlier, the customer service team needs to be on the front line of support in order to make sure that repeat sales and keeping customers happy as a regular customer in order to maintain this relationship. It is always important that a little bit of context that needs to be shared between these two teams in order to make business better. That's exactly the point I'm going to convey here. I'll take you with an example, and let's say Zilka is a company that manufactures awesome Z-Pads, Z-Phones, and Z-Watches, and Zilka uses Zoho CRM for their sales process and Zoho Desk for their customer support software. For today's example, I'm going to take one particular customer called Nicole Hawkins. She's an ardent fan of Zilka apps, and she herself is a CEO of Linchpin Apps, which is a company that develops awesome mobile apps. So recently, Nicole purchased a new Z phone, and let's call it Z phone, and she started loving it immediately. She's literally celebrating it. She's tweeted about it and shared everything about it with her friends, and she's happy about the phone. And after a few months, let's say she had a problem with the camera app in that particular phone. And she decided to reach out to the support team, and she writes down an email to them. So in this case, the email is sent to the support team now. The email came in, and it gets converted as a ticket, and it gets automatically assigned to Dawn Evans. Dawn is the customer support executive for Zilka. So Dawn is pretty much comfortable working with the handshake mode in particular. The reason being that the information is being shared from Zoho CRM to Zoho Desk, and this is the exact point where he'll be able to understand who the customer is and who the lead is. So in this case, the ticket from Nicole is on the customer side because she's an existing customer. She has purchased the Z phone, and he has to immediately prioritize on this particular ticket, and he goes ahead and starts his work. Zoho Desk has a functionality where you can actually get your answers immediately from your existing knowledge base based on the context and based on the content provided in the incoming email. So the knowledge base intelligently identifies what the question is, and it starts suggesting the list of answers that the support person can use. So the support person has the advantage that he can respond to more tickets, and he will also be able to provide more accurate answers through this knowledge-based data. You can also share this knowledge-based data as a direct link. So if you're sharing the link to the customer will be able to immediately access it on the customer self-service portal, or you can just paste the content to the existing ticket. So let's say here, Don just immediately pastes the content and he sends it over to Nicole. So luckily for Nicole, she tried out all these suggestions and she got her problem fixed. So before Nicole could reply to Don, she just finds one important information on Don's email, and that's this particular banner. So this banner is about a new product that Zilker is about to release, or a new version of an existing product that Zilker is about to release, which is a Z-Pad. Since Nicole being an ardent fan of Zilker products, she immediately goes ahead and clicks on it to see what's new. Going by the information, she really liked it, and she wants to reach out to the sales team. If you're a sales team member, you would know how a lead works. So you get the information from the customer through a form, and it gets converted and put in as a lead, and the lead gets assigned to a salesperson. That's exactly what's happening here, where the form information came in, and it gets created as a lead, and it's assigned to Saul Davidson, who's the sales manager exclusively for Z-Pads. In a sales pipeline, you get your lead in, and then you validate the lead, and then after that, you will be working your way through to closing your deal and converting the lead as a customer. Here, the salesperson received the email that he's got a new lead, and he goes ahead and he checks the details. Since this lead is from Zoho Desk, and especially how it happens is it identifies that the information is filled through an email that's sent out from Zoho Desk. So he sees that and he carefully reads what the requirement of the customer is. So Nicole had specifically mentioned that she is interested about the product and she was wondering whether she can have a demo. As a smart sales agent, immediately Don sends an email to Nicole acknowledging her email and also asking her for more requirements, and also he copies the support team here so that the support team can get connected to the particular customer or lead and then schedule the demo. So Don, who is from the support team, sees the email, he gets the demo scheduled, and he completes the demo. Once after the demo is completed, as every salesperson do, he efficiently sends an email to Nicole saying that how the demo was, and if she has any other questions at all, and most importantly, what kind of order he's looking at. The integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Desk will efficiently put or give you information about the tickets that you already have in your Zoho Desk as a separate related module in Zoho CRM, which will give more information to the salesperson to see what the ticket status is and who's taking care of it and things like that. And this particular Zoho Desk module is seen on the left-hand side, and you'll be able to see that a ticket is under Don's name. So the salesperson decides to add a comment or just have a quick chat with the support person, just checking with him that how the demo was and things like that. So as I already said, the salesperson can reply or comment from within Zoho CRM. You don't have to necessarily access Zoho Desk at that point. You can just go ahead and have a click on the particular ticket and he can have his information right there. So this is the Zoho CRM screen where you see the ticket information. It is still CRM. You're not into Zoho Desk. It's still CRM. And we give you the entire layout of Zoho Desk in here so that Don can go ahead and check the ticket threads if he wants to. And he can also add a comment. And that's exactly what he's doing now. He's just checking with the support person like how the demo was. On the other hand, the salesperson received an email from Nicole because Nicole had immediately responded back to Don saying that the demo was good and she's also having a couple of more questions. Here, for a salesperson, it is important to know that what the order is. So that's exactly the point of focus for the salesperson at the first place. He sees that the opportunity is getting closer. And on the other end, he's also noticing that there is a couple of more technical hassles to go through. Not exactly hassles, it's just questions for Nicole to get started with the purchase. So by this time, the salesperson is quite confident that his lead is having a potential here. So he decides to convert the lead and he converts it as a potential now. So considering that Nicole is quite certain about purchasing the Z-Pads. So he adds Nicole to an existing contact for the Z phone she already bought, and he fills in the information about the total value of the lead and then converts it as the potential here. Now, both the teams are quite sure that the deal is one step closer now. We cannot screw up here because if anything goes wrong on the support side, it is going to always cost the sales team. So it is important that they are both the support team and the sales team are in the same sync in order to make this deal a success. On the support side of things, Don also received the same email from Nicole because Don can have the notification right in front of him and he sees the email from Nicole, and before he replies to the email, he also has a check on what's happening on the CRM side. On the top left corner, we have the CRM icon or the handshake icon. Here's where Don will be able to have the maximum level of information he can get from the Zoho CRM. In the current integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Desk, we only have the contact information, and apart from this regular contact information, we have improvised this integration, and now you can actually see all the list of related modules in Zoho Desk with the level of information about potentials, notes, and activities, and so on. As a support person, Don is able to see what percentage of conversion is happening on the sales side, and is quite sure that the deal is going in the right direction. So let's say Don replies to this email and make sure that he's finishing off the deal real quick. After a couple of days, let's say the salesperson gets real busy now. And let's assume that the salesperson is not able to access his CRM or anything, and he's in a meeting or something like that. And in the meantime, the customer, Nicole, has sent a reply that she wants to raise an order immediately. Being in a meeting, the salesperson is not able to attend to Nicole's query immediately, but the salesperson smartly tags in the support person in the particular ticket using his mobile app. And if you're not aware of mobile apps, Zoho Desk does have a mobile app cross-platform for Apple and Android. So here, he mentions the support person and sends it out to him. On the other end, the support person receives the notification and he immediately sends the instructions to the customer in order to purchase or raise the order. After sending the reply to the customer, Don immediately notifies the salesperson that he has taken care of it and they are pretty close now. So Saul thanks Don for his work. So let's say after a couple of days and a few cups of coffee, there comes the big email. So Nicole is now happy that she has raised an order, and she's also pretty much impressed about the support offered by the support person, and the deal is almost done there. It is also important for the sales team to know what happens in real time, because in this entire story, everything is going on a positive note, so there is no hassles here. Let's say the deal did not go the same way and there is problems on the support side and there is escalations, there is no response for the customer and things like that. The sales team would immediately know that through the sales signals notifications. The sales signals notification will let know the salesperson that if things get escalated and a new response is still there and things like that, will automatically get displayed for the salesperson. So if the support team is not responding or the deal is not getting in the right direction, the sales team will immediately know it. Now back to the story that things have gone in a positive direction. They are closing the deal. And they change the deal status and they are done. This is pretty important that the sales and support team is really need to be in sync in order to get their deal done. That's the whole point. And for this success, let's say the sales team is treating the support teams, and I hope that it's going to happen on your teams as well. And for people who have not signed up for Zoho Desk, I would like you to try our free trial. And we also have complimentary 90-day trial for you. And you can reach out to our support team to support@zohodesk.com. Thank you.